century of Brindleburgers will stay with you for life. Dripping slabs of succulent swine. Never sacrifice flavor. Wait, what? Get Brindley!
Well, hello everybody, it's deluxeicoff. It's Saturday and I'm bringing you something new and strange. Believe it or not, this was our old Orzhov tokens list that I used, Village Rights and the other corrupted conviction to get through the tokens. And then I was like, you know what, I want to stop sacrificing creatures and resources and just draw cards. So I came up with this mess, and then after it kept evolving and I'm like, well, what about it almost turned into like a variant of Boros Bully, so apologies for that, but I tried to keep it token-esque. So we have a Brute Squad mana base here with only 14 lands, 4 Holdout Settlements, and the 1 meadow that we can fetch with 3 Eagles. We're also supplementing that with this, so as long as you've got 1 land out, you're good to go, and this kind of makes it feel like you're playing 18. We got Faithless Looting. We have quite a bit of graveyard interaction with 4 Prismatic Strands in our main and 3 rallies here. You see what we're doing. And why on earth is this at 3? I don't know. I made that change, I think, to make the grab the prize. This is the last time I visited. This was about 2 nights ago. So I think that's an error. Let's change that now. I'm going to switch that up with 4 Battle Screeches. Apologies, did I just miss see it? Because I'm really shy. Oh, okay, it's right there. Never mind, I didn't mess up. I was like, what happened there? Did somebody? That's so weird that it just jumped over there. Anyway, so we've got 3 Deftblade Elite. We don't really have ways of taking down, you know, like the first strike stuff, or, you know, making it huge and using it as removal. What this is here for and why it's only at 3, we have early mana early, but this is more of a defensive creature. We can just use that ability with extra mana to stop 5/5s hitting us all day long. And then, you know, obviously it can show take down some ninjas and such stuff like that. Anyway, we got quite a life package here in the 4 veterans, 4 wardens. Considered going Suture Priest in 2 or 3 of these spots to deal with like first game brood scale combo, but don't run into that all that much. But I think if I was moving forward with this list, I'd find a way to fit that in here. 2 Sacred Cats for just some graveyard fodder. Speaking of the king of graveyard fodder, Faithless Looting getting us there. Springleaf Drum. We got all 4 Wrenn's Resolves, 3 Reckless Impulse, and 2 Grab the Prize for more discard ability here. 4 Squadron Hawk to fill up our hand, 4 Prismatic Strands to keep us in the game, to shut the door with Rally, Battle Screech is a 4 of, and the Eagles. In our sideboard, running 2 Hollow. Now, we can go every single color with this list. However, you know, a lot of times, even though we're running this, there's like, almost feels like, if you add the Eagles, over like 11 ways of getting your colored sources, or any colored sources in the way of drums and settlements being 8, you don't want to go too crazy. So instead of going the PauperRBust route, I went with Hallow, which is one of my favorite sideboard cards ever. If you know, we're playing a bunch of 1/1s, they're probably going to try to wipe them up there. Before I forget, my stepdad, and then Chimpskey, Jaboozy in the house. Thanks for joining me, everybody. We've got all 4 Thraben Charm. I was running 3 for a while, and we're just too weak to some stuff like a brood scale that you got to have some one for one removal. All 4 Dust to Dust, 2 Arms of Hadar, and 3 Tithing Blade. I messed around with the Marauder there, but thought better of it as I was going along, just for the TikTok value of being able to, you know, stay in the game and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I've had a pretty exciting week. I've volunteered 2 or 3 days at the local shelter here, and got to meet people from all over the world and hear crazy stories about, hey, it's finally not our first round opponent. I can't remember offhand what their name was, but so yeah, just hearing a lot of stories about all the fire victims and such. So all right, we'll keep this. Don't like seeing 2 Hawks, but we'll take what we can get. Grogberg, yeah, he's usually our first round opponent, but there we go. If I can ask you a previous infect list, curious what techs got shot in the sideboard. Oh, that's for other standard bearers mostly, and you know, the Fey matchup can be a nightmare if you're, especially if you're going second. So yeah, gut shot's kind of a very good good option there. So yeah, it was amazing to see this community come together like that, and just unpacking a whole lot of things and giving people all kinds of stuff. It was amazing how much dog and cat food was being requested. We'd go to this one corner of the building and they'd have a sheet, and it was like, you know, maybe it's a family of 3 and they need clothes, which we had a ton of, and then, like, you know, obviously bathroom supplies, things like that, and you just fill these big boxes up with just all these goodies. Kind of felt like Santa Claus. It's pretty good, pretty cool feeling. All right, well, it looks like we're up against some sort of Fey variant. I'm not going to attack with this because of the flash dude, so I'm just going to bring out our Squadron Hawk, fill up our hand, reduce our mana base, and hope for the best. We'll go like this. Not the best start, especially seeing double Hawk. That kind of sucks, but we do have discard outlets for that, so we can always pitch them there. They'll probably be relevant if this is a Fey list, but who knows. We'll yield to this. Could attack here, but don't want to get Brine Barrowed. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, Chimpskey. I thought that was common knowledge, but forget, this is a worldwide audience. Yeah, the fires are all contained and everything's fine. There's no more junk in the air. There was one day the air was really, really bad. So bad I didn't even go and play pickleball or go for my walk in the morning. So, but yeah, it cleared out pretty good. If you're going to play Crumbling Vestige, there's a super awesome art version of this one in one of the promo lands. So I'd recommend that one. All right, we got ourselves a battle here with life. Some sort of bounce deck. Who knows? Oh, but it was funny. You guys would all laugh because, you know, nobody thought of leisure when your whole house burns down and everything. And here's these families stuck in a hotel, and yeah, we're giving them food and clothing and stuff. And then it's like, so I would throw in like Rummy Cube or like, you know, Settlers of Catan. There was a really big board game section, in other words. And so I was like, all right, well, I'll just keep throwing these in there because nobody asked for it, but I know they're going to be bored and appreciative of a good game. I wasn't giving them like Monopoly or boring ones. Went 3-1 with a local Pauper tournament mono red. Oh, nice. My son just went to a Legacy proxy event where you could just pretty much play, you know, print up your cards and it was all okay and stuff. So, and he went 3-1 with a mono red list just the other night. He's doing good. All right. My leg's feeling fine. I think the key for me in pickleball is to not play back-to-back days. If I play a day, I take a day off, at least while I'm still kind of nursing this phantom leg hamstring injury. So far, so good. Our team starts up the new... this looks like some reality acid list. This might be bad if we don't get more mana online, says the guy that only put in 14 lands. Because we have 4 drums, but yeah, our advanced league starts on Wednesday night, so that will be interesting to see the move up in the competition and how burly it's going to be and stuff. So I'll keep you posted, obviously. Oh, Gannon, yeah, my son designed this, so I was pretty tickled by it. Well, a lot of stuff's going to be happening. We might as well start gaining some life here. I'll do this. We'll tap this for white. We'll tap our Bird of Paradise with haste. So I always like to think about things with Holdout Settlement math or Springleaf Drum sort of vibes. We'll go crashing in here. If they're going to blink stuff, we might as well be gaining some life with it. Yeah, my son's a pretty good, a lot better card designer than I am. He spends a lot of time and thought on it, and it's always something I'm like, oh, I haven't seen that one done before. So he made this card frame like, God, 4 weeks ago. I've just been too lazy and haven't fired up that version of Photoshop that I've got those presets involved with for a while. So I was like, got to do a little house cleaning. I have like my little Google Drive for propaganda. When it gets to like 3 or 4 items, then I spend like a good chunk of the day just doing stuff. You know, maybe I've got a new commercial in the works. No promises on when it's going to be done, but it's been pretty cool. If you follow us on the community tab, been going backwards and forth with a few of you, getting some good ideas. Like that Heliod's Pilgrim's Art. Had a real late night last night with the pickleball crew. We didn't play. We just went out to kind of kickstart the season. And another one of us was turning the big 5-0, and so we went out and drank too much and played a lot of pool and stuff. So my family used to own a billiard company, so I know my way around a cue pretty well, and especially against normal people, against good players, it's like can hold my own, but so it was kind of fun because they just thought like, oh my god, and like it's like running the table, and they just thought that was the coolest thing. Well, we don't really need that, but we do need mana. So let's cycle this. We've already got access to red. I'm really afraid of what's showing up. I'm gonna get the meadow. I'm gonna lose tempo by doing that, but I'm just gonna get it because I feel like Reality Acid's on its way in here. Let's do this. If anything, I'll start attacking with this if this goes away, and then we'll just fog it and get in 2 more damage. Lone Missionary Bounce is keeping them very in this, but next turn hopefully we'll do some stuff. Hopefully we just draw another land and I can just Battle Screech and start swinging. Well, we did COP Motors, Mind Step Throw, if you remember. Circle of Protection Motors. It's all about like, the safest cars and stuff. Air that about every 5 or 6 months. I've got, I think, almost 60 custom commercials now, so it's a long time before I have to repeat them, which is weird because when I loaded up OBS this morning, my software that I stream with, it always loads the latest show. It loaded the Christmas show from like 3 weeks ago. I was like, ooh, what's going on here? Hope this isn't some bug, but it's not that bad of a thing, but so hopefully I don't repeat any of the stuff. Yeah, I couldn't come up with I'm sure there's a better name out there for this, but that's kind of what I named it in my text. I was just like, token experiment. That's what it is. Damn it. I'm sticking with it. Really, really clunky hand here. This is really weird. I guess I could run in and kill that. No need to, though. We'll bring this up. Bring out another bird. I seem to not be liking these birdies. Birdie. We go. Not the start we want. I keep saying yes, all right. As the old man stares at the glowing orb, whoosh, and we attack. Hiya! With 1. It's just like pushing through like molasses and honey. Just bleh. Hey, Stego Gaming. Good morning. First to catch your stream. We played before, but you recently come back to Pop. I've recently come back to Pauper. Did you previously know my neighbor in SoCal? Oh, Brick and Mortar Legion out of Lawndale. Yeah, Legion Gaming, or Collector Legion is the official name of it. But yeah, Monday nights they have a Pauper event at 7 p.m. I was going pretty steadily in December up until the holidays. I think I made like 3 out of 4 of them. And then, because of the holidays, it dissipates. But it usually fires with between like 6 and 10 people. So, okay. We better draw some lands here pretty quick, or a discard outlet. This is not going to be a fun matchup. Reality Acid. For my notes, I'll write AZ Acid for Azorius. Color combination. Don't think it's going to be nearly as fast as the show as the other. Well, we played last week Infect, and I think we went 4-1. That was a good time. Considering blocking here, I'm going to, so I have another flyer. I don't want this to be a bounce life mission. I'm going to start chopping at him a little bit here. Give me a land, sucker. All right. Well, change of plans. We're doing this right now so that we can do stuff. Battle Screech. In the 80s, there was these horrible little toys called Battle Beasts. And they had this real catchy song. It was all Battle Beasts. And then they'd be like, fire, wood, fire beats wood, Battle Beasts. So that's what I was humming just then for the 2 of you out there that caught that reference. We're attacking. Now we've got an okay offense. We have turned off the life gain, but we're still pretty up against the wall here. Nothing improves here. We'll just, if we get a land taken out from under us, we'll Lunarch Veteran and hopefully drop another land and Squadron Hawk it, but we'll see. Penguin Wrangler in the house. Woo! Oh, Dreamer Stingle even knows about it. Wow. Trippy. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Crumbling Vestige, especially if you've got the abundant growth to just turn them into Bird of Paradise lands. Good times. Journey to Nowhere. Probably taking out another Squadron Hawk. This is technically a 5-color deck. Anytime you got Holdout Settlement and Springleaf Drum, you got all the options. It can be a little dizzying as a designer. You're just like, my goodness, where will this end? All right. They are representing Domain here. So I'm a little worried about a, well, not much a cannonade effect with a missionary and a pilgrim main. I think I can play a little around that. Yeah, I'm going to, while we've got the mana, guys, I'm going to go all in on the on this plan. Until they have it, I'm going for it. We'll do this, tap this. And come on over. Now if they blow up a land, which will be happening sooner than later, I'm not too worried about it. Unless we've turned off the missionary math. Let's see what we can get. And we've had a really clunky slow start. This deck can get out pretty fast, like almost brute squad fast, just because that's what I base the mana base off of, you know. So for those of you that missed the top of the show, this started off as my Orzhov token list. I was going to play it and I was starting to make change, and I'm like, you know what, I hate losing resources, so I'd rather just draw raw cards. And so I went with that. Okay, we'll bring in the charm. I think we can go a little less aggro. Not too worried about damage. I think we can go like this. Maybe a Tithing Blade. Nah, that's overkill. Let's go. Really like these plane cyclers and, like, you know, the Ent and the Oleophant and, you know, Lorien Revealed. They're very in the know now, right? We will mulligan this with no problems. Uh-oh, mulligan again. And mulligan again. Uh-oh, Dreamer Stango coming true. We'll keep this because we have to. We're pretty far away from this. This will kind of get us out of the woods. So I'm going to go here, here, and here. Done. Hopefully we just draw a creature. Yeah, I bet they could bring back Invigorate without too big of a hiccup. That's probably on the short end of the doesn't need to be banned list. So this is fine. I'm going to lead off with this. If I let off with the creature, there's a chance they bolt it and then we're marooned. If you'll see the math here, this way we can tap Veteran and then immediately loot, or if we fall into a land, we can Wrenn's Resolve. Really clunky though, because if we hit a land, we have two turns. So I really like the Wrenn Resolve Reckless Abandon mechanic. I like how they keep printing those. It's a neat thing as a deck designer to be like, okay, at what stage is this, what do you call, hold on a minute here. What stage do you stop including these cards that are, you know, have this redundancy? Could loot here, but I kind of want to keep this stuff. I'm just going to hope it lives and pass. Ultra Maroon. Yeah, triple mole. It'll happen. Hopefully not much. Usually you mull the one land keeps are pretty mainstay in this. So I didn't go too crazy with like Survivor's Encampment. You could also run those, but that's unfortunate. There goes our... Now we only can make white mana at the time being. Shock. What a strange choice. All right. All kinds of colors headed our way. I was kind of upset. Not that's too strong a word. My pickleball peeps last night, they're like, yeah, we'll play tomorrow, like at 11. I'm like, thanks a lot. Unless I like play Burn, there's no way I'll be done with the show and upload everything and be able to be on the court like within 2 hours of pressing go live here. So shock. Here we go. Well, we can do something. It would really be nice if we did the other thing. I guess we can do this thing still. Let's go. At least we've got mana. Really want to hit that Wrenn's Resolve next turn. Hopefully they don't have another shock with our name on it. Yeah, unless you run artifact creatures, which is the secret to Boros, or no, not Boros Bully, Brute Squad, is that, you know, that colorless source can come out and start making colorful mana. That's why if you look at Brute Squad, why I'm playing Flayer Husk and Ginger Brute and a variety of other things. Okay, this is some old school list here, man. I'm going crazy. All right, let's do the thing immediately. Well, I guess I could attack, right? I'd rather see what we're going to draw. I might like the other thing here. We could hit for one, but let's do... Oh, we got a rally there. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be rallying next turn. So rally's going to just be a goner. With a Wickleboro active, I think I'm gonna play. I'm just gonna play the Elite and block it so I can turn off those life gain shenanigans. Grogberg, where were you round 1? Your streak has ended. I think you were like on 8 or 9 weeks. That was just an assumption. I was like, oh, it'll be Grogberg. And it's like, nope. I guess all change is good. And down we go. Crunch. Well, at least we still have our color online here. Rally getting us that much closer to another land. Ouch, there goes our colors. Yeah, you play every color under the sun, you got lots of options. We won the first game. They gained a lot of life, but we were able to stay in it. All right. I just play this because here we go. A lot of little 2-for-1s here. We could do 2 damage to something with the charm. Don't think I want to be using it for that. I'll be trying to put it on the, hold it for the acid unless I draw another one. Yeah, Electricity can be devastating or it can be completely obsolete because of Prismatic, but just depends who gets there first. Yeah, I couldn't think of a better name. Token Experiment. That's what I went with. That's all I got. Yeah, it was a trip, though, in the volunteer department, being able to... should I just kill that now? I'm going to just take this out now. Cast this. Actually, hold on. Cancel here. What did they find? I didn't even bother to look. Okay, well, I can't do that. So let's cast this on here so they can't bounce stuff. Do 2 damage to it. Save two of our life. Man, didn't realize we were getting hit this hard. We're in single digits already. But it was the first day it was, you know, a lot of just filling out orders and somebody would go off and deliver them to YMCAs and stuff like that. But then the second day there were actually people coming in shopping, like with ash on their car and stuff. And yeah, you just see firsthand just people, you know, losing everything. It's pretty crazy. I think we're losing everything here. I don't think we're going to be able to hold up to a Wickerboro another few turns here. Might even just block it. What am I doing? We've lost this game. I think we'll just go to... I'm going to write the L already. Here comes this. We'll just get a little more intel on their list before we hang up our losing hand here. Booking my flight to Michigan in March. I think it's March 15th. The Pauper 1K out there starting to get a little more realistic and closer. My son will not be attending. He decided against going cross country. So it's just going to be me out in the cold. There's a small chance my wife might want to come. She's just got a bad case of wanderlust. Well, Prismatic, I badmouthed you. I said I didn't need you, and I did. I'm going to bring you back in. Here. Let's do the Prismatic dance. See too much else that I'm really too concerned with. We'll do a superstitious shuffle, put this over here, and then 1 Wrenn's resolve in the plains. That'll always work. There we go. Game 1 on the line against Grevenovec. Yo. Yes, open it up. Now, this is this conundrum. This is why these can be a liability. Good hand, but I can't do anything except play a drum and hope for the best. So we got to mulligan that. It's a little weak that way, so this is a keeper. You know what? I'm throwing back a land here, I think. I won't get greedy. They're picking on our lands. We'll keep 2 lands here. I'm going to lead off with the drum here. Hopefully they don't have a turn 1 Nature's Claim. Deck seems to have everything. Domain lists have that ability. When Domain was placing in the 5-round tournaments, every once in a while you'd see a list pop up. Always seem to have 2 brainstorms in it. Springleaf conundrum. Well said. All right, let's lead off with the lady. And then the old man. And they'll tell life stories together. Now we're flooded. Yeah, we're already at 4 mana though. But I know statistically it can be tough to get there. It's almost a built-in discipline. It keeps you from pulling it off too early or getting a little greedy with it if you have 2 in your hand. Journey. Not too worried about that. Paying 2 to get rid of something that costs 1. I guess in a pinch we could always Thraben Charm it. Get it back. Right, here we go. I do this. 1, 2, 3. Now let's just power out our farm here. Bloop. Get some life. And off we go. Next turn we'll do the thing, flash it back and hope, unless we see a mountain drop. Really want to see them get stultified here on their mana production. Alright, if we see a red, it's a little nerve-wracking. Might be a green, it's a blue. Unsettling trend. Alright. I love the little quotes. That's such a neat little feature of Twitch. I think I was streaming like 4 or 5 years before I even noticed that was a thing. I was like, what? Cool, we got colors. How far we want to go with this, y'all? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try to shut the door immediately. Might be reckless, and by might, it probably is. Make them have it. Come on, let's just top deck like Prismatic Strands, and then I can just relax. We are flooded. We'll yield to the old man. We can always bring back the old man for a whopping 1 critter, but it'll turn on our colors if we do get electricaried, but I'm just going for the win here. It's cold outside. Shut that door. No red source. Another Mole Drifter? Woo! More life for the party. Soul Warden. Yield. Yield. 9 cards in our opponent's hands. Let's see a land. Or are we going to see another shock? Is this going to be red? Yep. I guess the Soul Warden's going down. Yeah. I guess they don't have electricity. I don't know if I would have really done that if I could wait a turn and just take 1 more damage and wipe the team. All right, mystery card in hand. Let's keep it that way. We'll just attack for 5. Kind of like that play for us, because if they took out the veteran, then it's really nerve-wracking to play it, because then it might be that they have electricity and they're trying to wax the whole team. If you replay the Lunarch with its little flashback ability. Prismatic Lens, there's a way around it. Missed the one that didn't. Prophetic Prism, is that still banned or did that get unbanned? I somehow thought I remembered it not being banned anymore. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, not many options here. I guess a Vestige is his best play. Redo some stuff. Wow, that's huge. Mind Stab. Yeah, I know up in like Minnesota and stuff, it's like minus 25 degrees and crazy. Still banned. Thank you for that, Dreamer. And we got another red headed our way. What's going down here? Oh, white. All right. Is this Journey again? Missionary. Okay. That's unfortunate. Minnesota. Or Soda Popinski if you're like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. That dude was tough to beat back in the day. Something good. That's pretty good. I'm going to keep 1 in the yard. I'll keep this out. Yeah, let's go attack. Four. Just got a way to bounce that. That's going to be able to keep up with us. I just really want to draw our main dude in what am I trying to say? Rally the Peasants. So I'll play that other drum when I can, just so I can have, you know, double activation. If we've got 6, we can make all of our stuff hit for like 5 in the air. So crazy angel attack. Oh, I forget about those stat streamer Stango. Is that how it went down? I haven't. It's been too long. Like I said, if I didn't see my youngest beat it blindfolded just by audio, I wouldn't have believed it. But during the pandemic, that's how bored he got. I felt about this big in my I guess lore as like a video game aficionado from back in the day. I was like, if somebody did that when we were kids, it would have been like, there's absolutely no way somebody did that. But I saw it. I just remember that being one of the hardest games. I don't know if the new memes or the versions of them got simpler or something. It didn't look like it looked exactly like I remembered it, but not like you commit that to memory all that much. And here we go. Oh, this feels really good. Yeah, and then we can hide it under some subterfuge here. Okay, let's do this. Want to keep that there. So now I'm going to be a wee bit reckless with these guys. We'll do this. Gain some more life. Do I want to do 3? I do. I'll just smack. Feel just so safe with that now that we've seen Electrickery and company. We lose a birdie. Do some damage. Be doing 6 next turn. I'm okay sacrificing 1 a turn here. Yeah, that's crazy. It just shows, our generation's always like, oh, back when, I was all these stories about things being better back then, but you got to give, this generation a lot of credit for just that hive mind of being able to just, oh, that's possible, here, upload it, and then everybody knows how to do it. And then just like with BMX tricks back in the day, I mean, I mentioned that before, but even in gymnastics, the state of the art, it's amazing what used to be a hard trick, and now it's just like, well, that's what kids warm up with. And it's like, geez, it used to be like an Olympic grade skill. Now nothing. But yeah, BMX was the big one. Like all the stuff that we strived to do back then off of dirt hills and things and just little makeshift jumps in somebody's driveway, they're not even tricks anymore. There's not even names for them. It's that simple. But back then it was like, oh my God, you can do that. It's like craziness. All right, do I nix out the journey or wait for the you-know-who? Let's take out the our flying friend here. Let's do that. Cast this on this. Boom. We've got removal too, sucker. Like the subterfuge of a Prismatic Strands. Of course I'm not going to attack. There's no tricks here. What is this? Do they have a prevention spell? A blink effect? Man. All right. Yeah, Hogan's Atomic. Yeah, just jump up and just fall on your butt. That was pretty funny. Do we do 6? I think we do. And momentary blink. This is an old school list. I got a feeling that they just loaded like some ancient list. We'll do 6, hopefully. I mean, they can always blink back. Momentary blink used to be the card, boy. That was like, everybody had 4 of those. But then Ephemerate came around and was like, hey, I can do this twice for like 1/4 the mana if you add them all up. They're not too worried about life. That gets me a little worried that they didn't bounce the missionary there. Hopefully they're out of bounce shenanigans. Journey to nowhere. All right. Not a problem. That suggests they have a bounce mechanic to just replay the journey here. Yeah, Tempest, Graven, and the Weatherlight. I think he fell from it. I'm cool with that. It's probably kind of, what do you call, vary our investments here. We've got 9. We can hit for 4. Another Holdout Settlement. I'll play it. Don't know if it's worthy of attacking anymore. But I will. Chomping at the bit. Let's go. We lose another flyer. Half the life goes. No, what is this? Alright, cat's out of the bag. We'll just play this. Call in red. Shock. Shock the Monkey. One of my favorite Peter Gabriel songs. Not one of my favorites. I like it. A little too radio friendly for me though. I think Mercy Street's probably one of my favorite songs of all time. It's in my top 2, that and Tracy Chapman's Fast Car. Boy, we really need to draw our kill card here. Rally the Peasants. Rally the Paupers. Let's go. We're getting outvalued here as we peck away with our little beaks. Now we can only get in for 2. Not worthy of an attack. We do have an active Strands in the yard. What is this? What are they getting? We haven't hit them hard enough. They might be able to pull away from this. Be embarrassing to lose to a deck with Shock in it, but stranger things have happened on this show. They really like this draw engine. I don't blame them. Draw a card, get some more value, turn on your lands. Good times. The Chancery. Just sound hoity-toity just saying it. Yeah, that was a hell of a casting cost on Griffin. Stegos Gaming. Good to have you with us, my friend. All right. What do we have here? Nothing to block. We're at 31. We're doing fine. Only reason Prismatic's in game 3 here is they showed Electrickery, so we've got to have some way around keeping our boys safe. Squadron Hawk, a welcome show. Cool. Yeah, we can get 2 of them out. 2 more of them, I should say. Courtesy of the drum. Big yes on this. At this stage, sometimes it's really nice to have that Faithless Looting, so you can pitch these Hawks against some matchups, or have the option to, I should say. We'll do this, and then we'll turn our Squadron Hawk into a Bird of Paradise, courtesy of the Springleaf Drum. Gaining some life, always yield. We've got our Hawkies, good to go. We'll see, white, do the thing. Oop. Refill. No, it's still not worthy of it. I just made 2 creatures. Big deal. Let's go. Holding out. Playing around Electrickery. I had the cruelest job reach out to me. They're, I was creative director position. They're like, okay, now the next step, kind of jump through these hoops sort of interview, right? They're like, upload a video telling us this, and this. And so I uploaded it. And, you set it to unlisted. And then I get a rejection letter. Like, I don't know, 15 hours later. And I'm like, oh, what a bummer. I kind of thought I was a great candidate and at least warranted moving forward, or, felt like I hit it out of the park. And I went to the videos and it's like views 0. I'm like, what jerks? They just, feed you like a line and just reel you in. And, that's the bad thing about being unemployed, is that when your phone rings, you have to answer it. It's like unknown caller. It's like, well, maybe that's finally the break. And then it's always spam. Not much to really target here. They've got an active grudge in the graveyard for our drum. So don't really even, that's fine. We still have color access here. I think we just win here. They can block 2 things or get in with 5. Grunge is ancient. Grudge, not grunge. Not the music. All right. Are we writing the W down? I don't see any more resources available. 1 card. Woo! Ah. No offense to our opponent, but I'm very glad I didn't lose to a shock list. All right. I got a feeling Grogberg's going to show up here. Hey, there he is. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know if my oldest is ever going to move back to town. He likes this. He's up in Olympia, Washington, and he's really getting a great circle of friends and just building his own. Just bought his 2nd duplex. I mean, the military does give you a lot of ways of kickstarting a young life, and he's really into, you know, real estate, so he's going to be worth more than me by the time he's 30. We'll mulligan this. That's just how it should be. I'm going to keep this. It's really rocky. We've got every color. I just need to draw into it. We'll keep. Not sure what they're on, but I'd rather mill that over. We'll sit done. Yeah, I'll grab the prize. It might have been better to ship that, but who doesn't like a scary clown, right? I like this quote too. Unfortunately, the keyhole turned out to be located in an even larger, scarier clown mouth. I like the way I punctuated it. Let's go. We're ready to go. We just need a 1-drop. At least we're not seeing a swamp or a mountain across from us because we're pretty fragile right now. But even here, you know, if we just hit a basic, we'll Squadron Hawk, tap it, loot, maybe throw a Hawk out, keep things rolling. They're more of the cannon fodder of the list. Sometimes they can show up. Exalted. Ooh, spicy already, as always, from our friend Grogberg. He's making a rare round 2 appearance. Another Azorius list. Speak of the lady. There she is. Bloop. We'll go red just to promote hitting a land here. This can go in the yard. This can go in the yard. All right, that much closer to a land. Life is online. Hopefully we hit another land. I'll probably just Wrenn's Resolve into a land, play the Warden, pass. I'm imagining that's the most targeting Mox Pearl Jam. Yeah, we have that spoof commercial for the Pauper County Fair, and inside of the commercial we list off, like, I think it's like probably a dozen bands that are just, I mean, every Magic card almost sounds like it could be a, you know, like a metal band or something. Tamir Battle Rage, Martyrs of Ash, Distant Melodies. Okay, we've got that online. This is awkward. Let's do what I said I was going to do. Should I do this too? Let's try this out. We'll discard the Prismatic. Come on, list. Where's our land at? Jeez. At least one resource. Really thought we were going to hit a land there. At least we did some damage. Prismatic feeling pretty anemic against another Azorius list. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. It's always a strange mechanic. It's like, yeah, you play the multiples, you get the multiple, and then you can't really swing in Rage Cage style. And some of these color combos too, you know, you can block with white creatures, call blue, and then still take them out. If we get enough creatures. Pretty far away from doing that. Oh, Dreamer Stingo with a little knowledge there. Used to be a uncommon. I did not know that. If it was played more, I might. All right, let's do Wrenn's Resolve this time, just because. Wrenn's Resolve. Land, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're getting kind of chewed up here, and I can't cast that for the thing, so we'll just play this out here. I sure wish you could plain cycle out of exile, but you can't. So we're losing the Eagles. Anna's right. Deftblade might be valuable here more so than a Squadron Hawk if I see like 2 more exalted creatures show up. Be kind of neat to see Deft Duelist in this list, right? 2/1 first strike with Shroud. What just happened? I saw him tap stuff and things went away. I'm chatting too much. All right, we got our life online. Let's go. Looks like they're sitting up back on counter magic, maybe. All right, here we go. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, let me do this here. That's cool. I'm not worried about that at all. Do you want to play a creature here, or do I? Yeah, let me bring our dude out here. We'll rock like this. I might Prismatic Strands here. I don't know. Man, it's really fighting me a lot more than it usually does. I knew something like this was going to go down. It's like when you play elves, you know, got a low curve. You hit it, you're fine. You just draw quality, but you got to take that. Oh, that's what happened with the foretell mechanic there. Okay. Don't see this card as much. About 4 years ago, it was everywhere. Popping up in all kinds of brews. Godhead showing up. All right. Well, this is going to be a really good call later in the game. It comes in for 5. We'll just call blue here. Get things rocking up. And bring out your dude. Think. Love that Monty Python. Bring out your dead. We have an active rally, so that's pretty cool. Cycle this. So I just grab a plains. I almost want the tempo base here. I can't do anything with that either, so I'm still going to grab plains. I'm going to play this. I'm going to go... that was a bit of a misplay, wasn't it? Hold on a minute here. And we're going to be taking 5. Let's do this. Bit of a... yeah, I shouldn't have done that in that order. We'll be gaining a whole lot of life next turn, though, so... did I play land this turn? I guess I did. All right. Here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4... just gain enough life to kind of negate this attack here. Yeah, that's how I look at it, Mind Stab. The foggy math. It'd be funny if that was a course in college, you know. Next semester, foggy math with your Professor Deluxe. Who's arguing this semester about how groundswell is the same as fire blast. My son rolls his eyes in the distance. Here we go. Where were you last turn when I had all the extra fodder? Let's bring out some life. This will probably get countered. We've already seen one hard counter. But the good news, we'll have another one. There it is. Bloop. And in bully fashion, here we go. Bring it back out. Gain 6 life. Negate the last turn. We do have a rally in the yard. So I can just take this and maybe win. Just cast a hawk, tap it for red, bounce back rally. Good times. We shall see. A lot of good football, American football, I should say, in the States. This is a playoff, so when the person loses, they're out. It's absolute. I love it. New math, yeah. There was a new math thing, in at least here in America, a new way of like kind of arithmetic and stuff. And my oldest didn't have it. My youngest did. And it's weird. It's weird seeing them add stuff up. But when they... like when one of the girlfriends came over for game night, she didn't, you know, my generation, probably a lot of you just hard memorized everything, all your times tables up to like 15 or something. And she was just like really blown away that, you know, we knew all that with regards to, hold on, talking too much here. Do I keep the looting or hold off with Hawk? Let's play Hawk. We'll sit back on Strands here if things don't improve. Kind of want to a little bigger window here. They're almost at 30 life here, so we'll do this and this. Yeah, they have all this chicken scratch way of, and it's just another way of getting at the answer, but it's she was like shocked that we just knew it off the top of our head. It was like, whoa, because both of them have their abilities, right? You're able to one's better in some scenarios and the other one's in the other. I'm going to leave Faithless Looting alone. I like having my stuff here. Got to keep Prismatic open. So we'll just fly over here and hope they don't have any tricks. We also have the option of just blocking all day long with this until they deal with Deftblade Elite, which is exactly why it's in this style of list. But I'm always tempted to get Prismatic in the yard here. Minus the counter spells should be in this. Ooh, that's right. I love this card. I've tried to brew with this so many times. Always yield. Great artwork too. I'd scream if I saw that over the horizon. It's just like a little rebar waste. Craziness. Yeah, dust to dust, thank you. I'll write that down. Lots of artifact creatures. Do I even waste the prismatic here? I'll just block. Oh, can't be blocked. All right. 3 prismatic. Are they using up all their counters? Okay, prismatic. Blue. 3 hard counters down. Should we smash? Might be time to smash. Ooh, now it's definitely time, isn't it? We can play this. Are we taking 5? I'll play this out. I'll gain some more life out of the deal. Okay. I'll say yes just in case. Forgetful me. Could loot. Give away the surprise. I've only got the 1 card. Let's just chop into it here. Attack like this. I think I'm just going to go in with the 9 damage here. We should be able to kill next turn. So we'll be able to double flash rally. Just like that, we're tied. Can't be blocked. I should have known that. I play Steel of the Godhead all the time. There's a good part, Grogberg, where you hold that land. That plane does you nothing. You should know by watching the show and seeing me scold others. And we're almost at single digits. We've seen 3 counter spells. Will we have a 4th? It doesn't matter. We've got flashback on our side. Cool. Well, this way I can attack with everybody. No, I can't. Gotta do this. Rally. Yeah, let's go crazy, shall we? Rally. Boop. Squish factor. Now I'll attack and I'll make the knight block. How you like that? Yeah. Let me double check. Can't be blocked, but it might have to be blocked, right? Yo. Okay. Do the thing. Oh, interesting. All right, so we gain some more life. We're doing 20 in the air. Use the ability? No. Haha. We're doing the thing. Crunch. No cards left. Death. Death to the artifact creatures. Ha. All right, we know what's happening here. Bring these in. Kabloop. It felt a little cramped there. Prismatic showing off. I felt pretty good there. I'm going to like the cat in this matchup too. Probably lose one of these. I really liked seeing these guys show up. Might be able to lose 1 strands. I hate when I do that. I'm not going to do it. 2 more cards. 2 more cards. What's a looting? 1 cat. Let's go. Pow. Ride a W there. Dust to dust has been located. Still haven't had a really kapow hand. About 1 in 3 games I've been averaging where it's just like, whoa, this thing just comes out screaming, but I haven't had that happen yet. I really want to fit that 4th eagle in for those 1 land draws. I did have it for a while. I forget why I lost it, but here's a good example. We'll keep here. I don't have any creatures, but we do have a plane, so anything we draw we'll just be able to play. Probably just going to cast planes, eagles. Well, there's a critter. We like that. I'm not going to get... Next turn, cycle here. I'm just going to get planes. We've got the Holdout Settlement. So for tempo's sake and dust to dust ability and stuff, I'm just going to get a plane here. We can already make red with the Holdout Settlement, so I know it feels like, oh, go get the double color. It's like, you don't need it. Set you back a turn. Maybe we'll pitch it to looting or whatnot. It's just there as a contingency plan. This poor lady was visiting from London and volunteering with me at the fire shelters. And I was like, did you come out here just to help? And she goes like, no, I came out to see all of California. She landed when the fires started. She had all this stuff set up and non-refundable tickets. So she, I forget her name, but she, sweetheart of a lady, rode the bus over. I was like, ooh, you're braver than me. And yeah, went from there. So I'm going to play the drum in case they've got like Spell Pierce, because we don't really care about the drum because we've got a Holdout Settlement. Cool. That's fine. I'll play this. It's kind of like a duress when you play it like that. I think we're color locked. We're not. We're just holding out on Holdout Settlement. How's that? But anyway, she had pretty much nothing to do, and she was like, well, I might as well help out. And I was like, wow, that's a pretty cool lady. Judge's Familiar alert. Of course, we don't have anything to do with Dust to Dust. Maybe Grogberg did a switcheroo on us. I'm not sure. All right. Shall we get another? Let's get another counter out of his hand by playing a drum kind of naked so that they think we really need it. We don't, but it's a free duress that way. We'll go red here. Now the real spell shows up. Oh, more colors. Boy, are we flooded, huh? Have I played a land? I have. Okay. Well, now the Familiar's turned off. Really thought this card would see a little bit more play. Either cast Knight. There's one artifact. Shall we have another? There's another. Sure, I'll just Dust to Dust this turn. That's brutal. Flying Familiar. You hold up the wall game. That's pretty sweet. Got to get rid of those for a variety of reasons. I think I'm going to play Holdout here. Scratch that. I'm playing this so I can get some more critters out here. I'll drop here. And oh, I made a mistake there, didn't I? Damn it. Yeah, I made a mistake there. I think I'll just Prismatic Strands here, because I can't pay for the Familiar now. I should not have done that. I should have played this, just not gotten greedy. So I could attack, make the Familiar block. It might be a good call. I think I'm just going to Prismatic Strands here, slow roll it. Yeah, I'll call that a punt. I'll give you that. I just mentioned it, and then that happens. All right, we will Prismatic here. Already seen a variety of counter spells. Man, I don't remember Grogberg being this counter happy. I'll just let this through. 3's not that much. They're almost hellbent here, and we can deal with the majority of their board. Then I can run after that Familiar and just turn it off. 1, 2, 3. Take these dudes out. Does he have Envelop? Nope. We'll bring this back. I'll attack with this, make the thing block, call blue. No, don't want to do that. I'm just going to kill it. Should I? Nah. Yeah, let's go. Death. Sure. I mean, I could call blue and then he sacrifices it and my guy lives. So either way, yeah, let's do that. I'll just call blue here. Wait, what am I doing? I can just do it and pay for it. No, I can't because I have to tap it. But either way, cool. My Deftblade lives. That's kind of what I wanted. That's worth a say no to that. The end result is I killed the thing, so now I've got a blocker for the other exalted dudes. Don't play that land. Keep me guessing unless you've got a Mole Drifter. Let's go. Something of worth. Ah, boy. Really just have nothing here. I'm going to play that land. We've seen some mana restrictive counter spells. And once I get to 6, I'll hold so that we can play Flashback Rally. And we have arrived at 6 via the Springleaf Drum. Dreamer Sting, that's a good one. Judge's Familiar says, "You can't fire me. I quit." One of the dumbest moves you can do here in the States, because then you don't get any of the, what do you call them? Resources and everything else of being like unemployment and stuff you can't collect. This time going through unemployment, because the first time was after Disney. I worked at Disney and there was a whole COVID thing, and it was just no problem, turnkey extensions, all this stuff. This time, because they hemorrhaged so much money, there were all these scams and stuff that had to go to all these little classes and stuff, and like 3 or 4 weeks into it, then they check in and make sure, and then you have to go do one more thing. There's a lot more hoops to jump through this time. So like my wife's always said, it's like, it's your money. I'm like, yeah, I never think of it that way. It's strange how they can, you pay into this your whole life, and then you go try to get it and they try to hold it from you. It's like, what's going on here? That's mine. And a lot more. It should be a lot more than a 6-month thing, because the problem you run into, as I've griped about, is like you're overqualified for everything that's easy to get, and so then you kind of have to still try to get industry or industry adjacent jobs, and most of it's just talking to robots and AI, and no humans actually looking. Okay, we overboarded. We're really ready to kill here. We'll just attack. Maybe we'll dust to dust our own drum out of spite. We can't even do that. We need another one to show up here. Yeah, the problem's not. Yep, there's always crooks. Speaking of crooks, one of the best movies, probably in my top 50 list. I saw it on Netflix the other day, and I was, sometimes you get feel like I need a nap. I want to lay down. You don't want to invest heavily in something, but you want to watch something you remember. So if you stay awake, you're not wasting time. But and it was Paul Newman and Robert Redford. It's called The Sting. Really, really fun movie. I mean, it's very old, but it's about a con man, or what do they call them? Confidence men back then. People like my dad. Just a really charming little movie. Holds up. I mean, it's old, but it's good old. Can't get over how good looking. I've always known Robert Redford as kind of this old guy as growing up, and he's aging on film and stuff, and I always heard he was up there with like Brad Pitt as far as women were concerned with looks, and I was like, really? And then in that show I was like, oh, okay, yeah, there's some glimmers. I could see there being a true debate there. So I always believed Paul Newman as a confidence man. Of course, Color of Money helped in the 80s when he played the pool hustler. I think he's had a variety of roles like that, so good times. Yep, Paul Newman, pretty good. Let's go. I think I'm just going to smash in here. I guess I could just call Prismatic here. All right, call blue. Maybe it's worth a counter spell. Let's attack. We can provoke. I'm not even going to provoke. Nope. I'm going to give him a choice, which is something you should never do. Yeah, salad dressings. They're loaded with seed oils. Paul Newman turning over in his grave. Not the good kind either. I just hate here in the States, it'll be like on the front of a label, like a salad, it's all made with 100% olive oil. And then you flip it over. First ingredient, canola oil. You're like, how is this legal? It drives me nuts. On the 15th, we just got the news world or countrywide that red dye number blankety blank that's screwing up everybody is finally on its way out. It'd be nice if it had to be out that day, but hey, little victories, right? And we went on this train a couple weeks back, but it is kind of creepy when you're like, what is the government's point of doing this? poisoning the people, because it seems like a harder thing to do. Like, you have this thing that's ready to go and eat, and then you put it on this conveyor belt and make it worse, and it takes... I can see if it started that way and it took effort and money to make it good for you, but it starts good for you, and then they enrich this and shove this stuff in there, and it's like, how is this cheaper? Who's making money here? Okay, let's go like this. Battle Screech. If ever there was a counter, we'll see it right now. There's a big counter. Yes. Do they have another? Is it a full spike? Another spell pierce. No. Nope. All right. Whoop. Flash it back. They'll probably be familiar with this. Aha. Nope. Nope. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, I wonder what, like Skittles, I've heard they're going to have to use like beets, real food as versions of coloring. Imagine that. Putting food in food. Who would have thought? Heaven forbid. We're taking 4. There's no artifacts to be found. Probably keep it to 2. If we lose this game, we'll probably go to 2 dust to dusts. I think those are kind of a little bit of a red herring. I like this a lot. Let's just attack here. I'm not too worried about this shot. No and no. It's like a wall of counterspells here, but we have double strands. We can just hard cast both of them. Already seen 2 spell pierces. This is one of my favorite styles against red, playing the Steel of the Godhead. Obviously good on Guardian of the Guild Pack too. It's good to have 1 or 2 of those in a list like this usually. All right, let's keep them honest with this. Calling blue, just in case some weird block shenanigans or fight mechanic I don't know about shows up. Dispel, cool, we'll do it again. Running them out of counters. One of the more frustrating cards in all of Magic. Behold. Gonna find that next Dispel. I like the art. It's the best Dispel art, I think. Love those little coronas that happen. And we are safe. We'll call blue. Any creature here is good. Just don't want to see a land. Or our 4th drum. Remember they countered the first 2. So we held out on Holdout Settlement. Yay! Good stuff. Booyah! Right when we need it, folks. Lots of land. Who's got your land? Claim your stake. Here we go. Woomba. Attacko. I'll say nope. I think we got this one. Taking a bit, taking a bit. Double strands in the yard. Please don't play Fade Away. Lorien revealed. Refill the counter hand. This deck needs the Birdman in it. If Grogberg doesn't already have it in there. If you're rewatching this later, Murmuring Mystic would be really good in that. Maybe 2 of them. Maybe 4 of them. You can defend it pretty well. There's the Zat. We're just going to call the color here. Beep, 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 just to do it. We'll stay alive. Calling blue. Just wax our drum out of existence so we can take out the knight, maybe. That might be a bit reckless. All right. There we go. These games are going a little longer than I thought, but I think I'm good for 1 more. Create. Let's go. Bladder's been doing pretty decent lately. Ooh. Good games, Grugberg. Hey, are you running Murmuring Mystic? I kind of felt like that should be a 2 of at least in that list, but I didn't want to assume you didn't have it, but it seemed like you had enough spells to kind of warrant that. I'm going to lose a grab the prize. Oh, I guess I'm not. I was going to put that 4th eagle in there. Okay, we've got 2 things we can't do anything with. We'll get there, though. I think we'll keep this. That or the Guardian of the Guild pack. Pretty cool, too. Messing around with a lot of ways of making this Deftblade Elite be a little more deft. But like I said, that's why I cut the 1. So we're only running 3. So that's more of a mid to late game, like defensive creature. Could take out fairies in a pinch, but you know, usually you got Prismatic in the yard. It's enough of a trick for a 1-to-1 trade here. Cool, cool. Well, this looks out of place, doesn't it? I'll drop this. Attack. Wish I did them in the opposite order. Opponent's probably like, what an idiot. Should have done it the opposite order. It's like, well, I didn't have it, did I? They don't know that. Really like to see a drum here. Drum or... yeah, just a drum. I don't really want to even see a land. Get rid of the lands. Yeah, there's the Vidalcan Outlander. That's what I run on that, but we miss. There's a lot of flashy fairies here, but I've got the Deftblade. Ah, shoot. I thought I attacked. Punt number 2. Boop. Oh, the protection from enchantments, dude. It's like a 1/1 for Azorius flyer, I think. We've got lots of fun to be had. Let's attack. We've won both, but boy, it's really fighting me here, so I'll make some changes as we go along. Ouch! Man, that's just mean. Like the best thing that could have happened there. Boop. Changes as we go. Add another north. Lose a prize. Soon will demise. Changes in the fly. Yo, Jaredgel, thank you for that. Woo! Let's see what we can do. We've already made 1 change midstream. One of the benefits of not being in a league. Also, rapid fire games instead of having to wait 5 minutes between a match. I think if I went back to playing leagues, I would have to pre-edit them and then take out all the error, because man, those take a while. We're getting trounced and our deck isn't helping us here. 2-0 on the day up against Demir. We've seen and beaten 2 Azorius lists prior to this. Stripidol. Riddlegate Gargoyle. I don't know if I've ever... is that an uncommon? I thought I knew all the gargoyles in Pauper. Maybe not. Here we are. Something good. Come on, give me like a... gosh, at this stage. All right, I'm going to lay this out, but if we've already seen cast down, if this gets cast down, I might just wrap it up and not let them know what we're on. That way, you know, need extra mana. I got 4 resources to R2. Another awkward start. Definitely not 100% there with this list. Got Thunder Hooves underneath, making crazy amounts of noise. That's what I refer to the neighbor girl. I call her Thunder Hooves. My son liked it. He was like, I immediately know who you're talking about. And then my wife rolled her eyes. Just so typical of a stream all week. This is running super smooth. I was almost at both any mana on turn 2, like the majority of games. And today, We haven't lost yet, but it's been work, you know. It feels like we're fighting for all these little baby steps. All right, here we go. Please let my veteran live so I can play a drum and do something with this hand. So yeah, the Orzhov list that this was based off of, you know, then it might have a swamp out, Ash Baron sort of thing, and then they kill it, and we kill it before they kill it, but you're still down a resource, gaining 2 back. Lost the card and the creature, you gain 2, so it's kind of a wash. That's why I was like, you know, it'd be nice if I just had raw value, like I was just truly adding to the board, but main deck Suffocating Fumes probably going to send us packing here. Counter spell in hand. Not looking good. My PCT did horrible. I only had 1 win, and it was the bye. I think it was a bad version of this I was playing. I don't even remember. All right. Boy, really fighting to do that, aren't we? Cycle this. This is the one time in the game we're going to get our Alpine Meadow. Play it. We at least have some hope here. If they cast down, we can still Wrenn's Resolve, but we're probably walking right into a counterspell war. Oh, that's right, 8 rat. Yeah. But yeah, just all day it was fighting me bad. I had a super winnable matchup against Fred MTG. I think I'm like 1-6 against lifetime. The last time we met, I finally beat him, but yeah, he was playing some weird energy variant. It seemed real janky, but then you could see the value of it. And I think he ended up getting like 2nd, or he might have won the thing. That's why I love Pauper Classic Tuesdays. Just scroll through the list, and it's always just very different, very cool. Not different janky, like different, like, oh, maybe I'll try this card with that, or I'm just going to try it. Well, Spell Pierce is a thing. We'll play this out. Wrenn's Resolve. If I turn up a land, I'll play it next turn. Only good news is we've got plenty of life here. It's not like he's really thrashing us with 2 augurs, but do they counter? Do they counter? It's kind of terrifying. That spine just wrapping through. Ugh. Getting lost in the art here. Okay. Well, we'll lead off with a Warden. See if this goes anywhere. See no reason to not just play the Sacred Cat. At least it ends up in our yard. There it is. Thank you for that name, Chimpskey. I'll go white. Bring out the cat. Not nearly worth countering. They might have the other Suffocating Fumes. A lot of these lists do run 2. Cast down. Cool. Well, no counter spells. That or they're very disciplined. We have seen some cards. They had the counter. All right. Which one do I want to have? Okay. You know what? I'm going to lead off with Hawk. It's kind of a must counter if you've got one, considering this is when you really like to have 2 so that they use a hard counter on this, and then you're like, aha. But I really want it. Wrenn's Resolve is more of what I'm after here, and I really hope they don't have a Spell Pierce, but I'm going to risk it for tempo because we're way down on tempo. There it is. Spell Pierce. Darn it. Exact scenario I was afraid of. They had it. Nope. Dismiss here. Kill that. Go. Got a pretty explosive hand. I just don't know if they have a second set of fumes. They usually do. Winfro is in the house. That's right. It was a makeshift munitions commercial. I couldn't remember what it was when Winfro. Yeah, I just found the old storefront of like a munitions house sort of surplus army store, and took forever finding one that was high enough quality, and then doctoring it, and it's going to be kind of like the Pauper County Fair, where I'm able to get in a lot of. And if you look in the graphic, I haven't posted it yet, but there's a serrated arrow sale, and it's like I got the window and I animated out the framework, and so it looks like like it's true art in the store, as I am likely to do. I'm gonna play it blind. Let's just rush in there with the hard stuff. Do we get to do it? Or is there another fumes in our future? Nope. All right, cool. Nope. We'll just chill out. It's the kind of game you can win. They don't have enough firepower here, and that second fumes doesn't show up. We might get one of these turns where we just like blah, just puke out a bunch of dudes and then rally. This is feeling unwinnable from the get-go. It's just they haven't hit us very hard, so Sneaky Snacker showing up. Why? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call. Let me get out creatures here. Let me try to do let me cast the Veteran here first. Could do here Squadron Hawk. Probably have a counter, they'll use it here. That's good news for a future Battle Screech. Okay, we're chilling out. Slow and steady. We got another Veteran. Just feels like the deck's doing everything it can to really make us earn each of these victories we've had, but we've had them. Incoming Ninja! 2 hard counters down. I've seen double Spell Pierce. They might just have spot removal for a bunch of 1/1s at this stage. Life is going to be a thing here soon. We're going to need to use our strands pretty quickly here. Do I walk right into another Spell Pierce? Usually they only have 2. I'm going to try it. Oh, that's a nice option too. No, I'm not. I'm going to do this. This way I can at least Battle Screech back the one in the yard here. Gain some life. Yeah, let's do hold on a minute here. Cancel here. Yeah, technically I want a Veteran here and then flash stuff back to get even more stuff, but I'm not going to do that because of a Spell Pierce. I want to be able to pay for it. So let's just Battle Screech here. I think I Prismatic here if the board just stays. What do we have here? Another counterspell. Holy cow. All right. Well, we could play the Veteran. I could just play Strands. I'm gonna lean on. Well, I don't really have any blockers. I don't really. I mean, I don't have any. So let's bring out the Veteran. I'll bring out the Veteran. 3 counters down. Here we go. No fumes, please. Better a win you earned than a loss you didn't. Sounds like a good t-shirt. It's one of the gifts we got Aaron. He's a big Mythbusters fan, and so that one host always says that I reject your reality and what does he say? Implement my own. I know I'm getting that wrong. More counters, let's go. No more fumes, no more fumes. Deadly Dispute. Back the Sneaky Snacker comes. That's right. I reject your reality and substitute my own. That's right. I couldn't quite remember what that was. Boom. Prismatic's getting very good. Okay, we have that. Do that too. If I play Prismatic here and I counter it, I can bring it back. Let's pull the trigger here. Battle Screech. Got the 4th counter spell. Oh, interesting, Penguin Wrangler. It's pretty sweet. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. They let that go. Maybe they just don't have anything they're representing counterspell, but they've already played 3 of them. But what I'm worried about is they're waiting on fumes here. I'm going to let them go. I think I'm going to just... I can't be blocking ninjas here. Come on. That's just losing magic. I'll do that. Gain some more life. Do have the counterspell. Wow, all 4. Okay. Well, that's good news. It means they don't have fumes in their hand. At least right now. Do I attack here? Do I attack it? No, I do not. All right. We're going to chill out with Prismatic. We're going to have a lot of fun. We've got a lot of must counters here. Even a land draw is pretty decent for us. The little engine that could, it feels like. We're 15-15. We're right back in this. It felt almost like I was going to scoop on like turn 4 or 5. I haven't seen Heir Apparent make any dents. So. I think I'm going to take out Ninja here. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I'm going to block the Ninja with the cat. I'll just do that. No draw. We take 2. Got a nice alpha strike and rally here. I think I'd rather have an active strands in the yard though. All right, is this a hard-casted Lorien or what's going on? Yep, I was right. Have those gone down in price, the Heir Apparents? Those cards are always like at least double or triple what normal commons are right when they're printed, just because of the nature of them. You need so many, supply and demand. All right, Soul Sister for sure. Cool. I don't know, we just sit back and destroy? We try to just win here. Bring back the cats. There's a lot of outs here. That was strange. A little discrepancy. I'm just going to attack with this. It's so obvious what I have in my hand. Seen all 4 counterspells down. One of these will probably get countered. So I'm going to Prismatic Strands before I choose blockers. Then I'll do the thing. Make sure it works instead of blocking and then they double counter the flashback strands and I'm like, oh crap, now it's up to you. Nice. I got a few friends in Brazil, courtesy of this game for sure. Considering strandsing here, but then he won't attack into it. So you have to be pretty new to Pauper to not know what I'm doing and not recognize my name. It's like probably the card I'm most known for playing. I don't even like this artwork. It's just I'm so triggered seeing it. When I play the new artwork, which isn't great, but it's better than this, that it causes misplays on me. I'm a very pattern recognized person. Man. All right. Warden's down. That's actually good news. Suffocating Fumes is not in their hand. I mean, look at our board. They would play it if they had it. So a little free to rest there. Unless they're really messing with me. Okay, another one down. We don't really care too much. We can bring the majority of stuff back that's died. Now, do I want to kill a ninja or the snackers? I guess I'll do 1 and 1. Damn. Going all out here. All right. Oh, man, that's brutal. That's a nice play. Well, at least our Prismatic will be there. I see why now. Nice plays. Boom, boom, boom. Prismatic now. We almost have lethal with our rally here. Spell Stutter Sprite. Okay. I'll do it again. But let's block this time. Double block the ninja. Call blue again. Blue. Bye-bye, Ninja. We have 9 damage in the air. That's good too. Yeah, tapped out opponent. I mean, I could get him to 1 here. I'd rather refill my hand though. A bunch of goodies here. It's like drawing 3 cards. Oh, make that 1. I forgot that we waxed 2 of them. Cancel that. Yeah, I'll get a critter out here. Doing that thing. Nope. I'll fly right into that. Let's go. Adios. Alrighty. Cannot believe we might pull this one off. I was like, I had given up on turn like 5 or 6. And just felt like we could not win, but not so much credit to our deck. It's more like they just didn't pull the trigger fast enough, right? We had like 2 augurs just, pecking at our feet. No big deal. Hey, Eagles of the North, another good pull. Let's cycle this for... No, let's not do that. Should we just smash here? So these will get blocked. I can hit for 6. 3. Let's just see if it works. We'll do this first. Rally. Any sort of shenanigans, I'll just cycle the Eagles, play the cat. Another sprite. Down it goes. 1 mystery card in hand. So cool when you can just, in this matchup, be awesome to hard cast this. I've done it a few times. That first strike is very relevant in the air with air wars and such. What's going on? We're going back to that crap. Let's go. All right. Graveyard is filled. We'll go cycle this. Get a basic. What if we draw another? We can do the thing. Rock like this. I think I'm going to pass. Yeah, I don't want to walk into a Deadly Dispute Snacker free trade agreement. Got an active must counter rally in the yard. Guess it's not really a must counter. Okay, they're hellbent. This is great news. They have 6, we have 6. Very even board. Up on the life counters. We've lived through this. Oh, this is beautiful. This is just beautiful. Attack, we call blue. We just do a whole mess of stuff while they're naked. I mean, if they top deck a Suffocating Fumes, that would be kind of a touche, but we've got our own version of it. And knowing that they don't have any disputes in hand, being hellbent, this feels pretty good. Keeping the thread open of just going Nova with our rally. We don't need to. We'll just do it like this. 1, 2, 3. Haha. All your creatures are blue. Soon to be black and blue. Man, I can't believe we won that. Tenacity, baby. Woo! Hadar, probably pretty good here. Worthy, or do I just play around it? Thraben Charm, I kind of like better. I don't know how many of these I want. I think 3 Thraben Charms is going to be good here. I'm going to lose this and this. Cat's not going to do too much. I think I'm just going to do that. I like 3 just to, if I can catch the sneaky snackers from recurring. I like that. Yeah, that was a weird game. I want to replay that one. It's been years since I've rewatched one of my streams, but I might rewind that one because that I was so close to just, calling it in and being, before I showed him I was on red, it was like, might as well not give him free information and stuff. Man, what a marathon that was. And we're up on time. Mr. Chatterbox here. Whew. All right. Mana's good. Life is good. Squadron Hawk set. This is finally a hand that we want to just auto include and just bam, we're doing it. All right, cool. And they start off with that. Okay, cool. This just keeps getting better. Haha! We'll take it. Because my bladder's calling. We'll be back for round 4. Gonna go back to old school, baby. We got a Wiki Bear. Here we go.
I can answer any question you have. I'm Wiki Bear.
This is great. Okay, here's a question. Wiki Bear, what's the longest street in America?
Checking now. Got it. That title belongs to Colfax Avenue in Colorado, over 26 miles long. Yay!
No, that's great. That was really cool that he came up with that.
Yeah. And speaking of long streets, Civil War General James Longstreet was partially responsible for over 10,000 Confederate casualties during the Battle of Antietam, the bloodiest single-day battle in American history. What a bloodbath! I'm Wiki Bear.
Yeah, there were a lot of terrible fatalities in the Civil War.
Imagine ditches filled with dead horses.
Okay. Let's try another question. What's the fastest animal on land?
The fastest land animal is the cheetah. It can reach speeds up to 75 miles per hour.
See? That was great information really fast.
But it's still not fast enough to outrun Jack the Ripper. The notorious 19th century British serial killer who murdered at least 5 prostitutes. Lickety-split.
He was a terrible killer, Jack the Ripper, yeah.
And he was never caught or punished. What a clever fellow, yay!
I don't know if yay is the right sentiment.
Yay!
No! Jack the Ripper got away. That's terrible.
Well, some think he was a member of the royal family and some strings were pulled.
You know,
Sound like a beetle there.
Yeah, you're sort of starting to ad-lib there, Wiki Bear.
And we're back. It's a long one, so a lot of times I got to cut out of it. We will play first. Round 4. Woo! I like this a lot. Keep. See what we're up against. Because of the access to people playing some duresses here and there, main, I'm a little hesitant to just cycle. Meaning, I think I might play drum. Worst case scenario, I cycle, maybe find a 1-drop. If I do the Eagles, then I can Squadron Hawk and drum anytime I want. I think I'll leave the drum alone for now. Here's another scenario where we don't want to get the come into play tap here. Quadratic Hawk, I know, I missed that guy. Where's he been? Cycle this. Because of our mana base, we do have an active drum and a hawk. I think I'm just going to get in regular planes here. I know it's not the sexy play. I'm just going to get a plane. Our drums are kind of our lands, so not kind of, they are. Tron? What is this all about? Let me guess, they're going to have natural Tron on like turn 3. Never happens that way when I play it. Yeah. All right. Offense. Let's get this party started. Yep. I'll throw all of them in. This is why the basis of the design of Rallygon and Boros Bully, both decks I created and am known for. This was the genesis of it, getting to that 8. Looks like a punt. It isn't. Or putting resources in the yard. Alrighty. Natural Tron. Bam. I don't think I've ever seen this version of Expedition Map. Pretty cool. All right. Play the drum. This hand's getting clunky. Come on now. No, no, no. We do have an active rally, so I really want to flood the air as fast as possible and just win in the air. Artifact spells. Feels like Citad Raken. Golem Foundry. Good. No air power. Unless they're playing Skystone or whatever that one was I brought up the other week. Candy Trail. Keeping a minute. Problem here. Candy Trail represents Breath Weapon. But we do have an active Strands in the yard for a reason. It's not always just against red aggro. It's against keeping for keeping our creatures alive. So we're 3-0. I can't believe it. We've had to just claw and scratch and throw bleach in the wounds of our opponents, but we've gotten there. See if it keeps up. I'll yield to that because that'll get old quick. Already got 2 on the Foundry. Woo! Ooh, those are the lands I run. Actually, no, I've got the Autumn Veil looking one. Definitely Nordic looking there. Pretty cool. Off we go. If we don't see Breath Weapon, Prismatic's going to feel pretty neutered here. Cool. I'll grab the prize. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's do that. I'll do the prize. Do the thing. Prize. And we'll get rid of another Prismatic here. Wow. We're really hurting for resources here. We'll cycle this. This time we will grab the meadow because we can't do anything with it. We might as well. I'll attack. I'll be taking 4. It's really going to come down to... I shouldn't have attacked there if they've got a board wipe. I don't know if he'd waste it on 2 Hawks, though. Yeah, it was a good attack. Woo, 7 damage. I think if you went back and were really, really bored and watched all my streams and you looked at the last probably 5 times we've run into Tron, it would probably take about 5 years because we only see it about every 5 months. Sorry to use 5 so much. I think you'd see a natural Tron on every single one of the games. Expedition map. Kickstart. Bam. Last time I played on camera in Seattle, I lost to Tron in the finals. That sucked. That was good getting there. Won't lie, I'm obviously very, very nervous about playing in Michigan because, you know, I want to play Rogue, but I also want to do well going all the way out there and such. You don't want to just show up and, you know, 1-4 it or something like that. I'm due, though, you know. Every time I've played in person at big events, I get second or better, and which is awesome. I hope that continues, but fates will have it. Like, I got really rattled on Tuesday. 8-Rat just fell apart. I didn't change anything. That was the same one that I just was dominating for like, I don't know, 8 or 9 events. Or if I didn't, it was something I did, not the deck. So, not quite sure what's going down, but try to get there. All right, we've got represented 6 damage. That ain't enough. Optimal draw here. I think we just got to hard cast a Battle Screech. I've considered it, Winfro. It's, you know, that's the other thing. You want to play what you like, and so it's one of like 4 decks that I'm leaning towards. I'll break everyone's heart and just play like whatever's popular that week. Be like, what? How disingenuous can you get? Yield. This is when we really want to have our Thraben Charm main, so we could stop this little loop in the graveyard. Yeah, that's true, and that's another reason to play something that you're familiar with and kind of to be the problem. That's always a phrase I've said from the beginning. Instead of trying to like play whack-a-mole and get, you know, all the fires put out. And what if they do this? And what if they do that? Just be the problem. Take a note from red lists. Turn them sideways and make your opponent have it. Ouch! I thought we were the aggro. I guess not. Okay, this is just like molasses here. Let's go. Play this up. Flash it back. No attacks for us this turn. We'll just take a whole lot more damage next turn. We do have Strands, but it's pretty negative against a board like this. We just have to keep our dudes alive. 9, 12, 15, 18. We have lethal next turn. But we're going to be taking a lot. 9 to be sure. Yeah, get a big old Andre the Giant sleeves. one of my I threw out my original play map that a lot of you, if I've met you throughout the country, have seen me play with. It just started to get, like, every time I picked it up, it was like snowing black. So got rid of that. But my wife had this really neat piece of just leather. And I was like, I've always just wanted a plain, like what we're playing on right here, just this muted background. No, because some mats are just so busy, and then it bleeds over into the cards, and you almost get confused what you're looking at. It's a confusing enough game. I want to simplify. So I just have like this leather mat. That's probably what I'll be playing with. I have like 2 other PauperRBust mats, but I'll have my deck box with the bling. Ooh. What sort of mass removal do they have? Can't really F6 here because I've got to keep our dudes alive because we win next turn if we can get there. The only problem is with sleeves, it does grab a little bit when I go to untap, but I've gotten used to how to do it pretty quickly. So yeah, I'll probably be sporting my leather. Like the rough side leather too. One side's all like what people have probably bought it for, like to make boots or something, and it's kind of smooth. I'm like, no, I like the rough side. Like it's all like you could literally spill coffee on it and it'll look better. Yeah, I dig it. I almost went to a leather store out here in LA, and my wife was like, well, she's always doing crafts and stuff, and she's like, it had a perfect amount for like 2 mats. And yeah, my oldest, when he was visiting, he's like, that's pretty dope, Dad. He's like, I want a leather mat. It's like, cool. Cut him up the other one. All right. I get that we're, I don't know if we're dead now, though, is the thing. I got to just kind of keep clicking through this shenanigans. Yeah, that's what I said at the top of the show. Mind Stab, definitely a Suture Priest here would have been awesome. But in its place is Soul Warden, and to our opponent's credit, we didn't draw Soul Warden this game yet. So it's not like it would just be there. But I get you. Yeah, Suture Priest. Probably a necessary evil. So a lot of decks like this, you forget them and you take it out, and then you run into something like this and you're like, oh man, this would just be game over if this was out. But I get what you're doing, opponent. I guess they don't really know that we've got Rally in the hand, but we still don't really know what they're on. It looks like a very black-centric list. Yep. We're going to go Dust and Charm. I don't know if I need to bring in all of that. Maybe we'll get rid of some of our draws so we just kind of keep it lean and faster and try to be the problem a little bit sooner. Necessary evil, yes. Well said, Winfro. Boom, boom. You're going out to, did you say you're going to go to Michigan too, Winfro? Now, that's quite a hike for you too from Seattle. I know a lot of people are going to be taking little road trips, which warms my heart. It'd be pretty cool to see. I'll probably bring my pickleball paddle, get there a day early and start swinging. I don't think the event starts till noon, so I might even play in the morning. It's when you get a lot of, what do you call it, just physical energy out, it does wonders for your mental focus and stuff later when you feel justified in sitting on your butt for hours at a time. It's my favorite thing about going out, getting a real good session of pickleball in, getting just destroyed, cardio, sweating like crazy, showered up, sit on your butt. It's like, I feel justified. I'm afraid to use F6 because of I don't know what this. I mean, we've got treasure tokens and every color under the sun. I don't want to get my board waxed here. Do they? I don't know. Would they have some sort of like all your creatures gain haste? I mean, I can't do anything about artifact damage. But we're 3 minutes up, so. And we can double play strands if we need to. Thank you for that, Mind Stab. Expedition map does absolutely nothing. Or maybe it does. If they find a bog here, I don't know if they played a land yet. I'm like bored and dizzy. 21. Very relevant. And trip another candy where they're out of damage range. Isn't that amazing? They can get there like that. Damn it. Anyway, 3 shy, and there's enough golems to kill us here. I'm gonna cast Strands now. Call red and then F6. Oh. Looks like they've got a way out now. Energy Refractor, infinite mana. Let's see what the kill card is. So I've got more intel. As I look at my phone, weather the storm. Yeah, we're out of this one. You think I'm gonna concede? Forget about it. That's a lot of life. Getting into elf numbers almost. Pretty cool way to get around Prismatic Strands. Just make them artifacts. Take 9. Okay, so they've got quite a life package there. Off we go. Concede. First turn 1 loss. See if they run away. I'm going to risk losing Strands altogether till I see just a 1-for-1 trade there. Tithing Blade could be a thing. We're going to need the charm. I'm going to lose this package here. Hey, yo. Hey, yeah, Musashi. Good to have you with us, my friend. Excellent. Deftblades aren't going to be doing us any good here. I do want, you know, the ability to turn 1, turn shit on, but excuse me for swearing. Let's go 1 and 1 on these. Do I really want to draw a Tithing Blade? Yeah, we didn't see too many, except that, you know, they're running the Golem Foundry, so they could just put one out there and do the thing. Let me just rock like this. We got charms, we got dust. Hopefully it's enough. Yep. Yeah, probably mulligan. Good hand, good hand. Keep. Soul Warden gone. Bye-bye. Drop Meadow. Here we go. Maybe Warden was the right call there. Still not quite sure. Might be too eager to pull off a Dusted Us here. Or Campfire, right? Woo! Let's make sure we hit our lands. All right, cool. All right. Setting up a good Battle Screech turn. They gotta wait on the crack the map. Or they're not gonna. Sure. I guess against white, you just do it when you can, right? Tower showing up. Another natural turn 3 Tron. Something needs banning. Play the cat. Little screwed up order there. Play the drum. Red. This. Wrenn's Resolve. Cool. Haha, there's a threat. I got you right where I want ya. A little intimidating with a dust to dust staring down inevitability. Keep him from putting out 2 artifacts at least. Or walking right into my trap. Whoa. Yeah, I guess we play Warden Hawk. Fill up our hand. Get the scenarios going here. We still haven't even attacked. It's tough. You want to be the aggro, but you also got to have the answers. Are we headed for our first loss? Booyah. There we go. Walk right into that, eh? Well, I would have 2 targets if I went after that right now. Y'all think that's worth it? I'd have 2 targets. I'd have to sacrifice them. Their turn. Play the Hawk. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to exile it anyway. You know, obviously I gain 3 life. They're going to have no artifacts out, so cut off their color access. You know what I mean? I think it's worth it. So okay on this. Yes. Probably should have done it first, just because of the nature of you know, maybe they got to weather the storm in their hand. This is just more life I'm going to have to fight through, but whatevs. Do this white here. I have 2 targets. I know, seems silly. Make them use it. Do it now. That's right. No targets. You're right. Get them resources down, baby. Attack. You've only got 22 turns left, sucker. Meow. Here we go. I think so too, Winfro. It's like, hey, you know what? I think he could have left the star alone and it wouldn't have worked, because I think my son was saying with that, it has to be 2 artifacts when it checks to see if it resolves. Any wizard in the chat know that? Not sure if that one's quote worthy, but all right. We'll put it in the lexicon. Ooh, a little Seb McKinnon love here. I didn't even know this was an option. What is this? Delivery unto evil. All right. Well, they've got 1 mana. Pylon showing up. That's a pretty good card. Opponent's it. We got 6 minutes on our opponent. Let's see if this keeps up. Oh, and Chimpskey, thank you for that. I didn't know if I know it can't be cast if there's not 2, but I didn't know if it went the other way too. So, all right, do we wax our own dude here? I think we wait. Sweetly. Let's turn on the life triggers here. I'll lean on the Soul Warden before anything else. White here. It's kind of a reset turn. Hopefully we don't walk right into some sort of breath weapon. It could be a thing, then we'll bring it in game 3 if we even get to game 3. For right now, it's just about gaining life. With Soul Warden out, maybe we can stay ahead of the game when all these artifacts start showing up. Sure hope we draw Rally the Paupers, as I like to say. I'm going to sneak in like a magnify in this list. Tap the drum for green. Magnify. Boing. I have dusted a lot. That was one of my chores always growing up. I always hated doing that. I didn't mind bringing in wood or chopping or stacking or dropping trees. But man, dusting was just so like, ugh. Dust the house. Yield it up. Okay, we've got some new targets for dust to dust. We will make good on that. I'm very glad we got rid of those troublesome little artifacts. Seems like put a little gum in the wheels, you know, or sand. All right. Dust right out of the gates. Ooh, that's pretty cool too. I like this a lot. We're going to dust here. If they have any shenanigans, we'll be able to get rid of the yard too at instant speed. I love that old artwork. Just looks ancient, doesn't it? The dust to dust art. I just wish it had the dark symbol. They need to revisit the dark. It's definitely been long enough. Okay, this is kind of what we wanted. Now we'll do the thing. What's he targeting? Targeting that. We'll say no to this. White. This. Cast this. We'll say exile a graveyard. Yeah, the dark was great for flavor, and that's about it. Talk about drawing your sideboard. Charm just showed up for a little 1-2 punch. Yeah, Penguin Wrangler. I know they stayed in Innistrad a little too long for most people because they had, like, you know, vampire set, dark set, Frankenstein, you know, for a little too much. So when Kaladesh came out, it was just kind of like this bright sunny day and everybody was coming out of the gloom. But for people like me, that's what Magic's all about. Keep it dark, baby. Opponent's got 2 colored sources, the token and the pylons. See if they can wiggle out of this. We're just one board wipe away from, like, this is just an even game. We had a little aha there, aha. Trick to the trick. Woo! That's what I need to do. I need to make a Ric Flair deck. Are there any Woo cards in... I know there's the Woo Riders. I think they have Horsemanship. That'd be a pretty fun challenge to make a Ric Flair themed deck. You could put something with dance in it. You know, he does that little strut. Apologies if you don't know what I'm talking about, but he's one of the more iconic, fun people out there. Let's not do any of that. Let's attack first, just in case they have some sort of wrath. Attack. Whoa. Then we'll go Warden, Veteran. I'm just going to go all out and, well, do I have to? 2, 4, 6, 7. I'll go with that. I'm going to play Reckless, because that's how I roll. This, and I'll play a Hawk too, just because. Yeah, baby. Win. Oh my goodness, the little engine that could. Ooh, feels like we're doing pretty decent with that. I think we're boarded, right? It does feel naked not playing with these, but we've gotten no sign that they're on that, right? Maybe I take out 2 Deftblade. No, I can block with those. Because of that, let's put back in Deftblade. I might be able to block a 3/3 over and over again. Hey. Speaking of a challenge deck, someone made a Pauper Super Friends deck using all the planeswalkers that are legal. Huh? There's no planeswalkers in common? Oh, planeswalk. I get it. That's pretty funny. I've said that many a times on the show. If I had a magic wand in the top 5, I would bring back Forest Walk, Swamp Walk. It's so easy to understand and it's so thematic, and especially with the creature types that you can choose, it feels so magic, and they're like getting rid of it. It's like some little spreadsheet at Wizards, like, slowly rotate this good idea out of here. Yeah, what was it? The Mountain Yeti? Probably made an appearance. And then there's that red card that has protection from white. It's like a 4/2. I think it costs 3 and a red. It has some other ability too. Like you can pump it for 1 and a white. God, I hope I got that card wrong. So stupid that my mind holds that kind of information. Yet met 3 people last night at the bars, and 4 seconds after they told me their name, I don't remember their name unless they look like them. Every once in a while, somebody will look like their name. I get Andre a lot, and I don't even say my name, so it's not mishearing. People always assume my name's Andre, so I must look like an Andre. I don't know. Woo in the name. Woo Longbowman. All right. All right. There we go. 3 and a red protection from white. 1 and a red for the pump. All right, I got a little something wrong on it. Thank you for that. Dreamer Stengo with the deep dive. Appreciate that, my friend. That wasn't the easiest parameters, but woo. Yeah, that'd be pretty good against my list here. Wouldn't be able to block it with much. Thinking this list could probably use some artifact creatures it's just Deftblade Elite. White it's the king of creatures. It always has the best creatures, so it's very hard to scale up. I even thought of like sparring dummy and stuff to just block, bing, make your hawks a little bit better. War Falcon. Oh boy. I'm gonna throw this back. We've got 1 piece of hate. This is much better. Keep this. Already got what I need here. Don't really need multiple eagles. Is it done? In case they have a fast artifact hand, considering I think I've got to eagles first for the tap land. Or not. They're on to us. We've got 1 bit of hate in our hand. Let's see what we can do. I don't think doing 1 damage a turn is going to be as important. I'm going to go aggro. It's served me well throughout my life. You know what they need to do in Hollywood? All these repeatable stories and bad ideas. Somebody needs to come out with a really good Alexander the Great movie. Another one with Colin Farrell really fell flat. There's a podcast I highly recommend if you like to fall asleep to podcasts or go on really long walks and you like history. There's Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. He did there was like a 3-hour addendum podcast to the Alexander the Great story, and this goes in so much detail, and it's just gotta love podcasts for that reason. Just those super deep dives. All right, I'm gonna cycle here just so we can hit our dust if we need to. We've already got our colors right. Let me attack first so he doesn't 2-for-1 us if there is some sort of trick in play. If we don't have Dust to Death worthy targets next turn, we'll just fill up with Squadron Hawks and go from there. Sure wish these guys worked like Soul Sisters, but then it's probably going to be an uncommon if it's every creature, you know. It is fascinating how they can take a theme like that, gaining 1 life a turn. No, your turn. No, just my turn. Oh, only when this happens. When it ever happens, and very few repeats, except for the known Soul Sisters. Wow, look at this. He's actually having a fight to get Tron. Get the golden spoon out of their mouth. Why is it just going to walk into it anyway? Refractor. Keeping it to 1 artifact out, eh? All right. We should play an Ancient Den, target our den, and just zap the Refractor. That's a big target. Another reason I might want to consider cards like the Brutes and stuff. Change of plans. I'll do this. Wrenn's Resolve. Let's see what we're going to see. Our land's just fine. They don't need to know that. Yeah, this is weird. The time is usually reversed. I'm the one hurting, and sure, we'll do this. And we'll birds next turn. gonna really suck if they put out an artifact that we really want to kill again, because then it's like we might have to just swallow the Battle Screech. What you could literally do, you like gulp, like oh. All right. Well, poor baby. It was turn 4. He gets natural Tron. All right. We see ya. Come on, put out an artifact. Thank you, thank you. We got some nice targets. All right, Battle Screech, you're going away. We've got another one in our hand. Whew. Got to respect all the ways this deck can gain life. I saw him gain 90 life that one turn. You can kind of go infinite. As long as you can draw some cards, you're good times. Yeah, some of that, just the traps he puts himself in, and speaking of Alexander the Great, like it's almost like an unchecked arrogance that just knows no bounds. He would almost get himself in trouble because just to almost test himself. That some of the stories on that podcast are just, oh man, this is the devil's fruit right here. We could just go hog wild and maybe win next turn. But I'm going to slow roll it, everyone. Because Refractor is a big part of their list, and so is that. Let's go. Discipline plays. Let's go. Deck sure is moving well. Yeah, it was this one part where they were completely surrounded. They had gone out looking for food, and they were completely surrounded, stretched too thin. Alexander goes in with his little vanguard and does these phalanx moves, and the guys they know they're being spied on because of their spy told them, and they're in this clearing, and he has them go through these silent count of this uniform, just awesome phalanx, I forget how you say it, move, and they're just perfect rows, perfect, and it's just intimidating to everybody, just like, geez, they're just doing this like because, and then they just almost caught them with their mouths agape because it was such an awesome display of just military prowess, and then they just blitzed them and got out of there when they should have that's where Alexander's story should have ended. It's just crazy stuff. All right. Let's just get things right, I guess, here. What's the options? We could Warden Hawk, Dead in the Water. I think we just Battle Screech here. Yeah, let's Battle Screech. Just load them up. Rally win next turn, maybe. Hope they don't... Gotta weather the storm here. That would suck, but... Cool. I'll attack for 1. Got them at 15. They're dead next turn. If things stay this way, we'll see. I'm 1 suffocating fumes away from crying me a river. Not even red die number 3. I tried to get a bunch of Ric Flair clips for this show, and they're so copyright heavy, just a lot of times if something's short and sweet, you can get around it, but you can't with that. Candy Trail, there's some life. Worse, it represents green mana. Scrying 2, trip it, 3 life, draw a card. That doesn't represent green life. For some reason I thought Candy Trail with all the colors gave you color, but it just lets you scry and gain life. All right, not too bad. I don't have to really worry about Weather the Storm as much, but they are at 18. 2, 4, 6 times 3, 18. Just enough to kill them. Are we going to get there? We'll see. Blood Fountain showing up. Representing some discard shenanigans. Only 1 card in our opponent's hand. Not too worried. Feels like we got this. 3 life. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. No creatures. Don't have a creature. They don't know we're holding Rally. They're probably, they're tripping that so that the Blood Fountain can't be targeted with Dust to Dust, I would imagine. And for options. Map showing up, all right. 1 card in their hand. Are they going to go get green and then just gain a bunch of life? That would really suck. Urza's Tower, big deal. So, useless card in hand. 1 mystery card, all colorless. We got this. Deal 5 damage to target wrestler. He needs to be deeper than that, you know. All right, we'll play the Warden. We'll use it to make white mana, I guess. Oh, I thought I had to flash this back for some reason. I guess I don't. Flavor text. Woo! Rally. Tech for the win. Are we 4-0, or is there some shenanigan headed our way? Bam. All right, last round, baby. Woo! Let's go. Create. Yeah. We did make the one change. And going to make another change. Suture Priest really does need to be in here. I feel like I could lose Faithless Looting altogether, add one grab the prize, one and maybe 2 Sutures main, get rid of like a maybe another Deftblade. I don't know, those are so key so many times. This I gotta fix. See, this is why Brute Squad plays artifact creatures, so that I can get around this. But we do have the fix here with Eagles, so I'll keep. Forgot, that's another good reason to have 4 of those. So, all right, we're up against something. Another Boros list. Let's see which one wins out. Well, for right now, it's going to be us. I'm going to lead off with the drum. I don't like to lead off into a naked Soul Warden. I like to get at least 1 life off of the little lady. And this way. Okay, that's all right. I think I'm going to hold on to Wrenn's Resolve here. We'll play this out. We'll play the lady. We'll play the cat. So that they do have sort of a, what do you call, edict effect. It's going to feel a little underwhelming here. We'll do this to cycle this, just a plain. Already got our red and spades here. All right, here we go. Legendary creature, human warrior. When red flare enters, search your library for any cards named Flare, reveal it, or they have Flare in the title. Put them in, if you do, and then shuffle. Pretty good, pretty good. All right, we gain 1 life. Ate a blast. Blast it all. Yep, there it is. This seems to be that boring monstrosity, bounce, Mardu, everything, good stuff. Our critters are done. We like this. Bring out the cat. Bring out the land. Shall we glittering prize? I believe so. Well, if I... That's reckless. Do it this way. Pull here. I'll get rid of... I'll discard looting. Do 2. Did we play a land? Did I play a land? I did. All right. Cycle this. Go get another plane. Our lands are fine. We've got Wrenn's Resolve showing up. Hopefully it doesn't show us some lands. They're using Furbish Familiar. Okay. We're 4-0. Worst case scenario, we do 4-1 like we did last week. It's a pretty good list. We had a very Azorius beginning, and then we ran in a Dimir, and then Tron. I think that Tron list had the potential to be the strongest of the day, or the Dimir. That's more of stock list, as is this one. So 2.5 stock lists and 2 Azorius cool builds. Whenever you get that Ether Sworn, whatever that saves artifacts from dying, it's a good day. Okay. Looting in the yard. Got all kinds of extra lands. I don't believe I'm going to be attacking here. Let me bring out Squadron Hawk just so we don't draw it if I wait too long, you know. I think I'll fill up my hand with Squadron Hawk. I'll probably block and just Wrenn's Resolve here. Fill up our hand. Here we go. Not sure what mass removal they're running. Yeah, let's we'll go blank on that. Red on this. Wrenn's Resolve. Keep our options open. Prismatic Strands. Land from hand. Or I mean land from there. do that. Because of the recursion nature of that list, I'm very happy to trade Hawk for Familiar, so I don't have to keep throwing out lands here. They have another Gal Blast. It'll probably show up, given that our Prismatic Strands is uncastable for the immediate future. Wiki Bear spy on them. Yeah, I could see that. All right. Yeah, we'll lose the cat. Quick, anybody on Mardu lately? What's their mass removal of choice? Are they just running Fumes, or are they... Imagine what their mana base... Might even be Hadar. He just saw me find 3 Squadron Hawks. I don't know if you'd want to be returning Blade, but I guess they do. All right. Come and get it, Familiar. That's what I would have returned. Fumes or Hadar on the sideboard. Okay. Nothing main, eh? I don't have it fresh on my memory. Come on, come on. Cool. Not going to be attacking anyway. Let's get rid of your good creature. Yeah, Krark, that's true. I got so much air power. That's a good call. Looting's a pretty good move here. Yeah. Can always loot. Let me play as Squadron Hawk. No. And I'll just call white when it's their turn. Oh, end of this turn. Never mind. That messes things up. All right. Development turn. Nope. Bird of Paradise. Here we go. Nope. Be nice to just top deck some nasty card. All right. Prismatic's gone. 3 left. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. Yeah, I think you're right with that. Clark Kent, Shaman. Clark Kent. There it is. It's boring as a black room. Come and get it. Come on, let's draw something good. Way too many lands this game. All right. Faithless Looting heard that. Faithless Looting, getting rid of this and this. Cool, cool. Playing this. Ooh, I could do the thing. I kind of want to gain some life here. I hate when that conks out like that. I want to do that. I'm going to wait. I'm going to get real... Should I get greedy? Another familiar shows up. Let me play this. Try to gain the life here. I might be relevant in this game. We'll do this. Well, Arms of Hadar only affects your opponent. I think you're thinking of Dregs' Sorrow or whatever the one is, where all creatures get. Taken 3. I can imagine they're going to keep in Tithing Blade in this matchup, game 2. Not sure. Mardu. Another dust-to-dust game. And I think we'll just make it dust-to-dust. Anybody got any problems with that? Ooh. All right. That sucks. That's 4 less to our head. That's pretty cool. We'll play the Veteran. We'll do Battle Screech. Just going to go all in here. Tap this for this. Play the Elite. Be so cool if we just top deck, you know what, because we could double cast it. Rally the Peasants. I always want to say paupers. Rally the paupers. Let's see you draw some edicts now, sucker. Woo! He just, like, electricry. Good games. Just like that. And he turned the tables of war. I don't think I've seen this land before. Yeah, that's random, isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen this one before. Not that I like it. Looks like a thespian plains. Getting ready for the show. Skyfisher. A whole lot of time wasting. Just kidding. It's very efficient. It's just what's coming back. Yep. About time to belay that when it comes to... Now this is cool because at this stage of the game, if we do draw crap, we can make Deftblade Elite, take Core Skyfisher out of the equation, and still get in with all our flying dudes. And if we get Wrathed, we're going to just have a nice cry, gain 8 life. Does nothing. Takes out Deftblade. A lot of times people will trip this for like thinking like, oh, it's like, nope. Uh-oh, that'll do something. Yep, there we go. Not too impressive. Of course, now we got to attack into a naked Skyfisher. Hey, this is pretty cool, huh? 1, 2, 3. Boop. Red on me. Whoa! Woo! Take that, sucker. Here we go. Your Tithing Blade nonsense. Get out of here. Ha! Which one do we want? I'm going to lean less on these. 2 more to go. Clarky's definitely not getting there. Yeah. I'll keep one of those dudes in. Not too worried about any shenanigans with that, so I'll keep that going. Still keep strands in. Let's put a dust to dust between the first 2 planes. And apologies, Chimpskey. I keep auto-filling my decks with the Therese Nielsen planes that I like. And the ones that you gave me are so nice, I just keep forgetting to update. And a lot of times I copy-paste so that I can save time. You don't want to just build stuff from scratch. It's very good to just make a good stuff deck on your desktop. And when you start a new deck, you import it with just, and your sideboard just has all the top cards in it, and then you can just pull and you don't have to search so much. Little tip out there for you. Mulligan. We'll keep this. We like this hand a lot. I'm going to lead with a naked drum here so I can at least maybe gain a life or get a life. Keep, I guess we get rid of an impulse here. I do have 2 of them. They'll be mint, yeah. Come on. Let's get a dust to dust here pretty quickly. All right. I see no reason to not just run out the drum. Let's get it out there right now. Yeah, now we can Warden. All right. It might be more advantageous to lean out with Cat. Let me do that. I have a feeling this is going to die, so we'll do this to here. We'll say red. We'll get our mana right. Plop. Eagles. Really hate when that happens, but so we're going to have to eat an Eagles. So next turn, we'll probably just chill out, drop a Warden, play a Wrenn's Resolve, hit another land, maybe showcase them the doom of having a dust to dust here. You know, Arms is definitely a thing. I just don't want to overboard, you know. Arms is such a mid to late game card. Might even not be necessary to have, but as we look, you know, it's like, oh, and here's it's a perfect scenario where all that works out, right? Limbas showing up. Big deal. God, I hope we have Dust to Dust soon, please. That would be epic. Get them off their lands. Let me do this. This in red. We'll play Wrenn's Resolve first. Sure, we'll drop the Meadow. Play the Warden. And pass. Bye-bye, North. My Eagles. I think the Eagles play today. These Eagles are much better than the Philadelphia ones. Synthesizer showing up. Come on, can we just top deck a Dust to Dust? Put this to bed. I really want a okay. Gal Blast represents, I guess they don't really have much mass removal. Take 3. Got another one right behind it. Sneaky hand. Interesting. I guess we're gonna let that rot. Let's pull the trigger. White. This. Let's go. More life. Get it all back. Sure hope Clark Kane Shaman doesn't show up, but we've got some answers here. I just got such a quick kill here if they don't respect it. That's why I like to run 3. There's just the door opens so fast sometimes with some of these draws, and cutting this to 2, you just want it. We're trying to do the thing. So glad I decided to play this today as far as win ratios go. Geez. Like I said, those the last 2 games out of the 3 felt like it's felt this week, but those other ones were slogs. But like I said, that's why I like that Boros Bully. Maybe I'll show up to Michigan and just play the very original list of Boros Bully and just shock everybody. It's such a burly strategy, just throwing stuff in the yard, gaining all advantages. Oh no, we don't have a Prismatic Tectonic Hazard. I don't even think I've seen this played. I guess it's exactly the same as, what do you call? Well, that saved him the... Boo. I know all about the Heath Charm. Yeah, I used to try to run that in my Kiln Fiend builds. I love charms. Any card that says choose, auto consider. Yeah, I could even do that here too. All right, time to rebuild. Let's do it. And the Flying Rat. That was game over. Good on them for having Tectonic Hazard. Guess they got rid of the little Clark Clan plan. All right, well, that's a slow way to get there. Deck does a little bit of everything, so cards like Relic, I don't know if it's even worth it, you know? Unless he's just going to trip it here. Exile all graveyards. I could play it out of spite. Sure, let's just do that. I'll say red. I'll say white. Tap this. Go like this so I can at least take out Thraben and gain 3. Let's go, Thraben. That's how I roll. Faceless. Woo! Yeah, like cheaty face. This would be like, oops, how'd that get there? One of the best unglued cards. I always like Moniker Mage too. Of course, some people don't have middle names. So if you just don't guess, is the creature unblockable? The old, if a forest falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it sort of rhyme, but with a little magic flair to it. Who shall see? All right, let's make a case for Suture Priest main deck. At least 2. Go. What do you lose? You might even be able to cut a veteran. It's getting out of hand quick. We have not drawn any of our sideboard. And now it's not that impressive, right? I'd probably go after the Drossford's Bridge and the Familiar. Maybe the Synthesizer Familiar and just leave their lands alone at this point. But it would have been nice if we had it early, right? All right, we lose. we'll concede here. Go to game 3. So we come up on 2.5 hours. Thanks for sticking with me, everybody. That has. I think Hadar might deserve a spot here, but man, are we getting dangerously close to overboarding. And by that, I mean we might already be there. Rally, life, do the thing, stuff, bye-bye looting. Let's go. This is it. Are we going to go 5-0 or 4-1? Happy with both. But it really is about time if we... Boom, boom, lands right, doing stuff, keep. I like that Winfro. I know a veterinarian, taxidermist, and almond cat. No matter what happens, it guarantees your cat back. With a 9 lives guarantee. Stitched together, as you could start one of the promo sentences with that. Stitched together from only the finest weather seed threads or something like that. I think I'm stealing a line. All right. We'll lead off with the drum as per usual, in case they have some sort of strange duress that would really ruin our day, but now our mana's right. That could probably be downshifted. Maybe not. It might be a little bit too much power creep. Oh, come on, List. Why do you got to do that to me, huh? It's probably going to die, and then we're not out of the woods till we draw another land, and we can activate Hawk. But hopefully we can untap, we can Wren's Resolve, find some lands, and get going. You know, when you only have 2 of something and you draw them both, it's like, come on. That's not supposed to happen. See if they got another one. Oh, Kingdom for a land here. Let's go. Glad I wasn't going to eat breakfast before the show because I was sort of full from last night's shenanigans and out partying into the eve with the crew, but I'm glad I did because I'm already starting to get the munchies, and I had like 3 or 4 eggs this morning. Kimchi and eggs. Almost daily for me. Oh, boy. You know what I said about 5-0? It doesn't look like it's going to show up. Another slap in the face. We open up a Squadron Hawk. Blech. All right. Sure. Might as well throw something organic into the fray. Let's go. Give me a land. Give me a land. Or that. All right. Do they have Galvanic Blast number 19? Remember the last game that started this way? We got there with a double W. They're on to us. Yeah, I guess you go refurbished and the bridge, I would imagine, right? Yeah, it does feel like a standard bearer lately, that's for sure. Right when I don't need it. It's like, thanks a lot, List. Well, I'm going to do this in case we draw something else we want to do. Wren's Resolve. I hate when I see that. Damn it. God, look at just how slow this draw is. Oh, good news. Hadar's going to be online real quick. We are at 18. I don't really see too much firepower from our opponent. There we go. Probably Synth, maybe Familiar. Okay. Synth is going to reveal what? Rustvale Bridge. Does nothing. Let's see what this reveals. Clark Kent Shaman. I guess you could take out Soul Warden with that. I'm really surprised he kept it in. Please don't bug my Soul Warden, mister. I'd like to be able to get off Battle Screech. That would be nice. I love honest magic when blue's not involved. You just, you know what, you play your spells, I'll play mine, we'll see where we are at the end of the day. Man. Drat. I know you can't do this, I just want to make sure. Alright. Maybe there was a bug or something, right? I'll play the Squadron Hawk. At least I'll block this. Hey, let me gain a life. All right. Yeah. So sad. We can only find one. I think we hard drew two of them. That blows. I've got no one drop in our hand. Yuck. Well, maybe they'll keep Soul Warden around for a while. I don't know what they're thinking. They've already used two Gal Blasts on it. Might be in single digits if those are pointed at our face. Maybe not, because the Warden would be activated. What do we got here? That, all right. Limbus. Here we go. Another creature coming in. We'll get rid of a Squadron Hawk. I think we'll be taking 5. I can't guarantee I'm going to do that, so I'm going to block here. Keep our life up. Rather those be in the graveyard, so don't have any shenanigans with Skyfisher and such. Okay, this is interesting. We can get rid of black. We've got enough life. Let's try it out. Dust to dust. He's going to wax whatever I choose. I think I'm going to go here and here. Yeah, let's do that. Get rid of black. I sure wish Skyfisher was an artifact. Still pretty far from Hadar doing a thing. Getting really outvalued here in game 3. Dross Forge Bridge. Of course, Black Source shows up immediately. Okay. Tithing Blade does absolutely nothing right now, but it will soon. Ooh, this Hadar is going to feel great if I can pull it off. I've even dorked around with changing out Auriok Sunchaser with Core Skyfisher in my Brute Squad list. One less power, synergy a little out the door, but the new build I've got going is crazy different than I've usually played, so oh boy. Shutting the door quick here. Thraben Inspector. Okay, all right. Gonna be in block mode here pretty quick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 damage next turn. One more Gal Blast to the face and I'm ruined, folks. Does nothing. Take this. No. I've got them all. Looks like we're gonna go for one again. Just too much value with the synthesizer showing up here. He could be running that too, but I've seen an artifact list really. It's a weenie list that wants to draw lots of the deck. Yeah, Clarkhand Shaman might be good in my sideboard instead of. I just wrote down Krark versus Hadar. Maybe add 2, 4, 6. They got it. I want to at least Hadar. Or we take the third blast to the face, which is very probable with all the experimental stuff going on here. Is it going to send us packing? Runs resolve. Well, bad news, we lose to that. We could just draw into a... I want a Hadar so bad because we're going to at least 3 for 1. But I have to do it at sorcery speed. So if there's any hope of winning here, I think we got to resolve. We could find like a prismatic plan. We did not. We lose. Play this. Yeah, we lose. All right, we went for 1 again. Not bad at all, especially for what's the first word in this list. It says experiment, or the second word. So I do like Rally the Prize. Faithless Looting, I wasn't too thrilled with seeing this all the time. I want to cut one of those. We'll just keep it 1 and 1. The impulses, those do seem to kickstart the list very much so. I think I might be able to go down on 1 cat. It's a nice discard target, but since we got rid of some of the other discard, it is a nice first grade option though. I think I'll lose one of these and we'll put in 2 Suture Priests. Well, that's not very good because I don't have my format chosen, do I? Let's go to Pauper. Now it'll greatly reduce this option. There we go. Hello, hello. And how many artifacts are we running? We really only have the 4. So Clark Hand Shaman's not really a thing. For right now, I think I'm going to leave things where they're at. I mean, 4/1's pretty cool. We saw a big variety of stuff. So yeah, not too much. I mean, that would have been devastating had we done that. Or if we had Prismatic, it would have bought us a whole turn. Could have just completely waxed the board. But that's to be debated at another time. So could also lose 1 more reckless, lose the looting, and go up to 2 grab the prize for the the discard effect, because there's quite a few things we do want to discard and such. But I don't know why the program's just like trying to make this as spread out as possible. It's like, this is what it's supposed to look like. I don't know why it's doing that. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for joining me. We're coming up almost on 3 hours, so a pretty long show. I'll be on most of the weekend, watching some football, playing some sports. Hope you do too. Thanks for liking, subscribing. Please spread the word if you can. And until next week, we shall go out with the Pauper Zodiac. Are you a mold drifter? Till next week, everybody. Thanks all.